welcome back to another episode of the Natty Teacher. I am your host, of course, the Natty Teacher. I'll tell you guys, unfortunately, if you saw my video yesterday, you might have seen the title. Has continued today. Not as bad, but do still have a little bit of some sort of digestive issue. I don't know if I have a little food poisoning or what. I haven't thrown up or gotten sick, and I've been able to eat all my meals and drink all my fluids and all that kind of stuff. But kind of in between that, again, without being too graphic, have had some digestive issues, to say the least. Let's just say that I've had to make a few runs to the bathroom for some not so nice movements. So feeling a little tired, feeling a little drained from that, to be honest with you. Gonna get into the gym though. We do have a push workout today, our push B session. This is slotted to be my last heavier push session before stepping on stage. So I'm hoping that I feel solid while training. Like I said, other than just being a little tired, a little achy, mainly up in like my head, I don't really feel that bad. So again, I'm hoping that I can, really rock out this workout and be good to go. So anyways, first movement, kind of switching things up a little bit today. Make sure the chest is all primed up and opened up and ready to rock. We do have some incline dumbbell flies. So I'd usually do that a little bit later in this session, but we're actually moving that to the front here. Make sure that, the chest is nice and filled with some good blood before we get into any pressing. We are just shy, guys. 4 subscribers shy of 200 subscribers already in about 3 weeks time. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for following along. And I'm gonna keep it rolling, man. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Even when I'm not feeling 100%, we're gonna keep it rolling here, guys. We are a week and a half out. These roadblocks happen, life happens. You put your body and your immune system in a compromised spot sometimes when you're this deep into prep, and again, not feeling my best, but I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling. So anyways, first exercise on the docket, again, incline dumbbell flies. I'll see y'all in there. So first exercise on the docket today, we have an incline dumbbell fly. Usually I would actually do this as my third exercise, but for sake of trying to get the muscles primed and ready to rock and roll and get everything nice and opened up and loose and limber before I move into my pressing, I wanted to start with the dumbbell fly today. And you know what? This kid walking in front of the camera, more power to you, buddy. I'm sorry that I was interfering with you with the camera in there. I appreciate you, being patient with that. So anybody, if you're recording in the gym, please know that it is not a space in where you control the gym, and people, like I have multiple clips today where people walk right in front of the camera, and that is totally their right to do that. So please, if you're going to record in the gym, you are the hindrance, not somebody else. So please make sure that you're not getting frustrated or upset with that. So again, more power to that kid. If you somehow see this, good on you, dude. Anyways, again, incline dumbbell flies. Top set here, I think we're using the 55-pound dumbbells. Again, trying to get that nice controlled negative, really stretch that chest out without overstretching it. We're trying to keep a lot of tension on that upper pec. And then when I'm bringing the dumbbells together, I'm picturing those upper chest fibers coming together and squeezing hard at the top. Again, 2 total working sets here. Did some mobility work before this, couple low rep warm-up sets, get everything nice and pumped up, and then we went from there. So I did 55s here for I think 13, and then we dropped the weight down about 20% and dropped to just under 20% and dropped to the 45s and did that for a total of 18 reps. Then, next exercise on the docket, again, trying to keep the reps a little bit higher here, so nothing for like 5 or 6. What we're trying to do is we're doing a neutral grip machine press, if you couldn't tell. But what we're trying to do is, again, really, you can see me kind of like lean forward with my head a little bit and push that chest forward, really trying to get that really deep stretch, power out of the bottom here. We did a set of 9 here with the entirety of the weight of the machine. Then we dropped the weight a little bit and did a rest pause set of 10. So you can see here, kind of reload. I'm like, should I get another one? And I said, screw it, I'm going for it. So 2 total working sets on this bad boy. Felt really good, okay? So anyways, actually, wait, no, I did one more here. Yeah, sorry, but still 9. That was 8. So yeah, again, kind of resetting, recalibrating. I was going to try to go for 2 more, but I ended up only getting 1. So really just grinding it out and pushing as hard as we can for this final little push before stepping on stage next weekend. So again, 2 total working sets here. Then moving on to some high incline dumbbell press. Again, really control that retraction, bring the dumbbells all the way down. Wanted to get a few more reps. Last week, I think I did the 85s for 6. That was my second exercise. Today, I ended up, I dropped to the 80s, and the goal was to hit 8, and sure enough, hit 8. So hit 8 good reps. again, you can see I'm really controlling the weight on the way down, really getting that nice full stretch, and then getting a nice full contraction at the top of the movement. Okay, so again, 2 total working sets here. I think we did the 80s for 8 and then dropped down to the 70s, slowed it down even more so and hit that for 10. As my third exercise, I'll take it. You know, fatigue was definitely starting to set in, but still felt pretty solid. Then moved on to one of my favorite side delt builders. I'm a big machine and cable guy when it comes to side delts in particular. Never really have, you know, connected super strong with dumbbell side laterals. So I've really switched to, again, primarily machines and cables. So this is a cuffed cable side lateral. You'll see here that my arm is tracking in front of the body. Now you'd have a kind of just a slight twist. And then I bring the arm up all the way out to the side of the body, kind of just just kind of a little bit in front of the side of the body actually, and get a nice good full range of motion and get a good hearty pump in those side delts. I'm only going to show you the one side here because obviously it's the same exact thing but turned away from you. So again, 3 working sets here for the side delts. Top set, I think this was actually my second set. But yeah, 3 total working sets here, 8 to 12 reps in those sets. Okay, then moving on to the tricep portion. We have 3 sets of some overhead long rope tricep extensions, essentially really trying to get a really, really big stretch. This was also my second working set. I believe we had already done a top set before this one. So this was the second set here. Again, really milking that stretch on the way down. You can see that my hands are getting really deep, and then I'm coming up with the ropes, getting that full extension at the top, locking out the elbows, but not hyper extending them, and really getting that full squeeze at the top. We got 3 total working sets here. Each one was about a 10 to 20% weight drop from the one before. Then to end the actual tricep and the actual push portion of the workout, I got to give credit where credit is due. This is not an exercise I came up with. We got to give credit to the late, great John Meadows. May he rest in peace. I call these Meadows pushdowns. They are phenomenal. It keeps the, what you'll do is you'll take 2 like D handles or 2 individual handles that you would use like on a cable tower or what have you, and you will angle those fists in towards each other, as you can kind of see, and then you're just going straight down, trying to keep the shoulders out of it, but it's going to naturally be a part of it. You kind of can't help that, but get that nice pause at the bottom, good hard squeeze. You can see the extent of that, stretch and the extent of that flex at the bottom. You know, I'm bringing the arms all the way down. I really enjoy this exercise. I plan on running this in my first training block in the off season, so it was great to throw this in. Felt really, really good. Got a great pump out of it. 2 working sets here, 1 top set, and then we dropped the weight just under 20% and did a back off set. All right, push B session complete. Last heavy push B session until stepping on stage. Wild to say that. We're closing in, man. I'll tell you what, thank the Lord. My stomach, even though it's still, I can tell it's not perfect. I can't tell that I must be on the mend of whatever. This must be a little, 48-hour type deal or whatever. Because I can just tell that my gut has progressively only felt better as my workout went on. Pumped some blood. Like I said, had a really, really good workout. So that's awesome. Yeah, dude, it was great. So great way to wrap up my last heavy push session. And yeah, so even with tummy troubles, feeling great. Join me tomorrow as we have our last heavier pull B session. Got some great exercises on the docket, even though you have already seen all of them. I'm excited. I love pull sessions. They're some of my favorites for sure. As a reminder, make sure to tune in next week, starting on Saturday, actually, which is a rest day, but it will be day 1 of my peak week, essentially, because that'll be 1 week out from stepping on stage. So you will see some very minor dietary changes. A little bit of water will stay the same and all that for the first couple of days. So there will be some changes next week. I'm going to have kind of a little mini series of like peak week vlogs, so to speak, and how I am actually peaking myself for this show. I'm pretty confident in the way that I'm approaching it, so I'm excited. Should be a lot of fun. Should be able to come into the show feeling nice and full, but also still nice and conditioned and dry the way that I've set this up. So it should go good. Obviously, if something doesn't, next time I compete, I just do it a different way. That's the fun part about this. So again, make sure you definitely tune in next week for those peak week vlogs, and then I will have a show day vlog both Friday and Saturday. So I'll show you kind of the check-in process, pre and post tan, and then some backstage stuff the day of the show. So anyways, for today. I am the Natty Teacher, and school is